Well, hey there, and welcome to the very first official lesson in the church video series. How very exciting. And today we're talking about a fundamental question that you're probably going to ask yourself when you're first starting out in video, and that question is, what camera should I use? Pretty important. And in my mind, there's really only one option if you're just starting out, and that option is the DSLR camera. The funny thing is, DSLR cameras are primarily meant for photography, but most of them have a video function within them, and that video function has utterly revolutionized the way that we do video over the last couple of years. So here are 5 reasons why a DSLR camera is the right one for you. Number 1, price point. DSLRs are incredibly inexpensive for what they can do. For under $1,000, you can get a camera that shoots beautiful cinematic footage and in full 1080p high definition. Number 2, low light capability. It used to be that if you wanted to get a nice looking image, you would have had to have a big, extensive lighting rig to carry around and perfectly light the scene, or else cameras, or at least the low level ones, weren't able to handle it. But now with DSLR cameras, the sensor that they use is very capable of getting a beautiful looking image with minimal to no lighting. Now, that's not to say you shouldn't use lighting, because you should, and we will cover that in this course. But now we have that flexibility. Number 3, interchangeable lenses. On consumer camcorders, they only have one lens, and while you can zoom in and zoom out, you can't change that lens, and so you find yourself very limited. But with DSLRs, you can swap out the lenses, so you can get a wide angle for that landscape, a nice portrait lens for an interview, or whatever you need for the perfect framing of your specific shot. Number 4, depth of field. One of the reasons that DSLR footage is just so beautiful is because of the ability to achieve a very shallow depth of field. And so what that means is when only a single plane of your frame is in focus, and so maybe I'm in focus as the subject of the shot, but everything behind me is nice and blurry and out of focus, which everyone loves. Very beautiful type of shot. And DSLRs are very capable of this because of the sensors they use. Number 5, mobility and availability. One of the nice things is because of the popularity of DSLRs, someone you know probably has one. So before you run out and buy everything you need, you can test on that first, see if you like it, see how it feels. And because DSLRs are so small and compact, you can take them virtually anywhere. There are literally dozens of reasons on how the DSLR has changed the video game forever. Basically, it boils down to the fact that they are inexpensive and they produce fantastic images. So with that being said, which DSLR should you get? Well, the 2 opinions I'm going to offer are the 2 DSLRs that I've owned myself, one being the Canon T3i and the second being the Panasonic GH2. So let's compare these 2 models. First, if you're planning on shooting only video, then the GH2 is the way to go, hands down, especially when hacked. The GH2 shoots at a much higher bit rate than other cameras, and what that means is in every picture you're getting more resolution, you're getting a crisper image, and you're getting a more beautiful image in the long run. However, if you want a camera that can shoot both still photography and video and have that kind of flexibility, perhaps the T3i is the best way to go, especially if you're just starting out. Hacking the GH2 can be a little bit complicated, and it's nice to learn on something like a Canon, which is so familiar and popular amongst many users. And of course, the GH2 can shoot still images, photography, but just not on the same level as the T3i. So if you're looking to get something with a bit more flexibility, maybe a bit more user-friendly and a great starter-off camera, the T3i is the way to go. The T4i is also out right now, and recently the T5i was announced, but honestly, there haven't really been any changes in the video quality, so save yourself the $100, the $200 and just go with the T3i. Moving up to the T4 or the T5 isn't really going to do you much in video quality, and it's just going to cost more. So there you have it, the 2 DSLR cameras that I would recommend. I recommend these 2 because I've used them both personally, and I know them well, and I've liked them both. But honestly, no matter where you look, you're not going to find any better image quality in a DSLR than with the GH2. The sensor in it is just so powerful, and once the hack came out and maximized the ability to use that sensor, it pretty much just blows everything out of the water. The final thing you should know about camera bodies is that they are constantly changing. I mean, the one that I was using 2 years ago, the T3i, has already been replaced not once, but twice. So don't stress too much over the specific camera body you're getting because it will be old news soon enough, unfortunately. That's just the nature of the industry. The thing that you should really be focused on are the lenses that you're gonna buy, and that is the next lesson. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them. Also, subscribe to this channel to make sure you're getting all the videos up to date as I release them. And head over to prochurchtools.com and join the community. It's 100% free, and as a bonus, you get a free copy of the ebook I wrote, The 5 Commandments of Church Media. So go head over there now, prochurchtools.com, and I'll see you on the next lesson. We'll see you then.